At the spot where the two National Guard members were shot, 24 hours on, the cordon lifted, but signs of that moment of violence still. The bullet hole through the flower trough, the blood on the pavement, and signs too of the first aid fight. There was a frantic effort to keep them alive. The two were deployed here to the capital as part of President Trump's crime-fighting drive. Sarah Beckstrom, 20 years old, and Andrew Wolfe, 24. Both from West Virginia, part of the West Virginian National Guard.
Well, it was 2:15 in the afternoon when the gunman came round this corner, this intersection, just a block from the White House. He was carrying a Smith & Wesson revolver, a handgun. The National Guard were here patrolling this bus stop next to the subway station when he opened fire.
They were taken by ambulance and by air to hospital. Their families rushed to be by their side on this Thanksgiving Day. We now know much more about the suspected gunman. Rahmanullah Lakanwal, 29 years old and from Afghanistan. He arrived in the United States in 2021, among thousands of others, under former President Biden's visa scheme.
It is an ongoing investigation of terrorism. Make no mistake about it. There is confirmation now that the subject had a relationship in Afghanistan with partner forces. We are fully investigating that aspect of his background as well, to include any known associates that are either overseas or here in the United States of America.
His work for the U.S. military in Afghanistan, including with a CIA-backed unit, would have given him access to the visa scheme to escape the Taliban. What motivated him to travel from his adopted home on the west coast of America to the capital to carry out this attack is not yet clear. But the political fallout has been swift. The president's late-night address to the nation laying plain his view and his framing of it all.
This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about. No country can tolerate such a risk to our very survival.
And there was this exchange in the news conference with the Trump-appointed attorney.
There are people who are also upset with the president believing that the National Guard members should not even have been there if it were not for the executive order.
I don't even want to talk about whether they should have been there. We ought to kiss the ground and thank God that the president said it's time to bring in more law enforcement to make sure that a city that had the fourth highest homicide rate in the country was that violence was quelled. I'm not even going to go there.
This is a political storm. It will have ramifications, but it is mostly a human tragedy, and so cruelly on this Thanksgiving Day. Mark Stone, Sky News in Washington.